Good morning, stitchy friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trisha. You have landed on I Just Want to Stitch, and that's all I want to do. Today is January the 26th, and I'm coming to you with my 2025 plans. Yes, I'm a bit late, but that's okay, because we're gonna get the playing field completely level by February the 1st. So it'll all be good. If you're new to my channel, you are very welcome. I'm so excited for this year, and I hope that you'll stay with me on this journey, especially for this year, because I'm really trying to push the boat out here. And my old friends, thank you so much for coming back, because I know it was a long time. In fact, I didn't know if I was going to come back. But yes, here I am, and I'm really going to do my best to try and give you consistent videos throughout 2025. So what I'll be doing is recording a video on the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month. So let's get started with my plans. So what I'm doing this year is I have two whip go boards. Two whip go boards on one board. And here's my whip go board. So yeah, and I fill them all in. I even do number 13. Whip go is really works in progress, and you try to focus on the numbers that are called each month. So what I have on this board is I have one board as full coverage, and the other board are just other whips that I have. And some of them are my focus whips for 2025 because I want to get them finished. So, but other whips are not my focus, so they'll get some work on them, which I thought was a good way of doing that. The other thing that I am doing this year is I'm stitching to the moon with full coverage fanatics. I'm on a crew of 10. Now, there's 238,855 miles to the moon. And because there's 10 of us, I only need to do around 1,900 stitches a month. Or for the year, 23,885. So we shall see how that goes. This month has been pretty good, actually. I've more than covered that. The other thing that for me, that's important for me, because I came back to stitching in 2022, I want to get what I can done of those whips finished. So I have I have 4 whips that I'm really pushing to a finish for this year. And because I showed most of them in my whip parade, I'm not necessarily going to show you them all now, because some of them I haven't stitched on yet this month, and I am going to be stitching on it, or I've already stitched on them, and I don't want to show you that yet, because you can see that update next week when I do my January update. If that sounds confusing, I'm sorry. I've started this video 3 times over and not doing it again. Anyway, I do have, and then I have 100 stitches a day, and I also have an evening stitch. I also have a travel stitch. You can see how this year's going to go, right? And then I have predicted new starts, because these new starts, 2 of them anyway, were what I was hoping to start last year, but we had a strike. Canada Post had a strike, and so I didn't get my fabric. However, that's how it goes. So let me go through the ones that I'm going to focus on a finish. There's my little board. Here it is. So the first one up is the Fox and Rabbit Sal from 2022. And I joined this sal on the 22nd of June 2022. It was a mystery sal. They do great mystery sals. It's just that I don't like the mystery because I just started back stitching. I'd never stitched anything like this before, and I really didn't know what I was getting into. So that being said, I've made a couple of decisions around this. I'm still trying to find my way. I haven't stitched on this yet this month, so I'm going to be stitching on it this week actually. Oh, and I need to say each of my whip go calls, so there'll be 4 each month, I will stitch on them for 3 days each, and I have 4 focuses on a finish, and they will be stitched on 3 days each as well, which doesn't leave me a lot left for other projects, but as we go along I'll have and finish things, I'll have more of an opportunity. I'm going to show you this. I did show it in my whip parade, but I'm going to show it you again now. This is what I have so far, and I'm going to explain kind of what I'm planning on doing, so I can show you better with the picture that I have. So I am not going to do this outside border. I am just going to concentrate on the center piece. And what I really don't like about this, well, the other thing I really don't like about this, I don't like the urns done in the dark blue. And it's quite challenging. I don't know what to do with it. So I'm thinking that I'm going to take the stitching of this stitching out, and I think I'm just going to do it in the light blue. So it's almost just one color, and then the navy blue, which I believe is 823, I'll just finish the border with that. The other thing is, somebody suggested that I put some of these little doohickeys in and around the rest of it, and maybe I can figure out and do that. We shall see, just so that it's not just this light blue. I do like the colors. It's just, this is too heavy looking against this. And then you've got, because this is called 4 seasons. So it's spring, summer, I think it's autumn. Let me see what it says. Yeah, spring, summer, autumn and winter. So you're supposed to stitch the words as well of the seasons. But I'm not a huge fan of that font, so I might change the font somehow and put that in. So that's my plan. Somebody suggested doing these little bits and pieces elsewhere, and I thought, well, that's a good idea, but I just need to see if I can fit that in somewhere. So maybe I can. So that's the goal with this. So there really isn't, well, when I say there really isn't that much to do, well, yes, there is, because I've got to go, if I just fold it in half, might be easier. Because I have to stitch, it's kind of hard to know which way around to go here. I have to stitch all the way down here and then along the bottom bit And there's a lot of stitches in that, as you can see, look. But I think that's the plan. Change the font of the words, put some of those squiggly things in. I don't know what they are. It's kind of like, it's backstitch basically, but it does accent that center block really nicely, although I haven't finished it all. Let me show you the center block. So what I'm talking about are these little things here. These are all backstitch. So I could dot them about everywhere else. I don't think my center block looks like that center block, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, then this would be a finish for me. I would, yeah, call it a day, and I would be reasonably happy with that. I will never do a mystery sal again. I need to know what I'm stitching. And the Fox and Rabbit sal for last year, I watched that developing throughout the year, and it's fantastic. And I downloaded the file because with the Fox and Rabbit mystery sals, they are free within the year that they're being stitched. And if you download it in December, you can still get it for free. Otherwise, afterwards, you can't get it. So I did download it, and I would like to stitch that one day. I have a story to tell about me falling down the rabbit hole, but I'm saving that till next week because I've got to have some content for next week, right? Okay, so my next focus on a finish is the Bothy Threads 12 Days of Christmas. I started this on the 15th of June 2022. Now I have completed this one, the top row, these two, and I'm currently working on this. I have a boo-boo in here, which I think I found where it is, so I have to pull out quite a lot, and I'll explain more about that next week when I do an update. So each one of these blocks are about 3,192 stitches. And I think I could complete 2 blocks every 3 months. And so that works out that maybe September I'll have that finished. So it's doable. So I'm hoping I can get that done. So that's the second focus on a finish. The third one, which I did show last week, is the Halloween Quaker. I'm very, very close to a finish. I just have to do this bit here. And then I need to do the back stitch for the spider's web. And I will show you this. I love this. This has been such a joy to stitch. This is Halloween Quaker by Lila Studios. A lot of people are stitching this, but I will show you again. But I won't be bringing out yet again next week because you've already seen it. But you see, get most of it in. So this is where I am thus far. And so all I need to do is in here, and then I need to do the back stitch on the spider's web, which is a lot, but that's all I need to do. So I'm thinking maybe next month or March that this will be completed. So that makes me really happy. I'm so happy about that because it's a big piece. Not as big as some, but it's a big piece. This is stitched on Stormy Night and 40 count, 1/2. So yeah, pretty thrilled about that. And okay, don't need that anymore. The next focus on the finish is called What Remains is Love. This was a traditional stitches piece that to celebrate 20 years, I believe. So I got the whole kit. It's stitched on weeks straw, 40 count, 1/2, and using fibers to dye 4 threads. And I'm going to show you an update of this one next week for my January update, just so I have something to show you. And I definitely will get this finished February, March time. It's a strong possibility. Yeah. So those are my actual focuses this year to get them finished. I do have others, but these are the ones that are still remaining from 2022. And then I'll just have one full coverage, which who knows when that will be. I will have a focus of 100 stitches per day on the Better to See You With. I just adore this. This is my big project. It's over 553,000 stitches. It is by the Cross Stitch Studio, and the artwork is by, doesn't say, but this is 671 by 825 stitches and 118 colours. And you can just imagine all the confetti in here. And I'm right up here. So I just love it though. So that's going to be my daily stitch, basically. And my other could be daily stitch, depends how tired I am or whatever in the evenings. But it's my Christmas Town Afghan. And because it's on Fireside, I think it's Fireside Linen. Oh, it's a Which Else import. I don't know if they designed it, because that's all I have. Yeah, so this is really cute. And because the holes are so big, I don't need magnification. It doesn't matter if the light is a bit iffy. I can manage to stitch on that. But it depends what kind of mood I'm in, so I'm not in a huge push for it. I have a couple of other things that once my 2022 projects are completed, I can move up a couple of other ones. So we'll see what happens. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. So I do have a couple of new starts. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 new starts. One of which I would like you to vote on. Yes. Okay. My first new start, let me get all this together, it's called Christmas by Renato Parolin. She's an Italian designer, and it's not a very good picture really. And this is, I know a lot of you have a lot of problems with paper charts, and I really don't have a problem with paper charts. And I'll tell you why. This is her chart. Whoa. Oh no, I can't show you the chart, can I? She, yeah, it's a big paper chart, but I don't have a problem with paper charts because I use GoodNotes. And it is so easy to load in your paper charts or your PDF charts, whatever it is. They're easy to get in there and stitch on them. So if anybody wants to know how to use GoodNotes, let me know and I'll show you how to get your charts into GoodNotes. Okay, so the fabric I'm going to be stitching the Christmas, I call it Christmas tree actually. The fabric I'm going to use is an ice blue. Is it ice blue? It's a blue-grey Belfast linen. It's more blue though. On the camera here it looks grey, but it is a blue. It's a beautiful blue. And I'm using the DMC threads, and here they all are. And I think they'll look gorgeous on there. So I'm excited to start that, but I don't know when. So when the urge strikes, that's what I'm going to start. And I have a nice new needle minder for that. I got it in New Zealand, which I'll explain more about my trip next week, because I don't want this video to be too long. So that's that. The next new start, which I'm excited to do, which I was very sad that I couldn't start these at Christmas. So this is called Joy by Ori TM. And I will be stitching this on the called for fabric, which is 28 count antique white Lugana. And these are all the threads. Yeah, no problem with that on here. These are all just DMC threads. And then, oh yes. So I did the Haid sale. If you're new here and you didn't know that, I did the Haid sale last year and I completed it. And one of my reward charts is this one. It's called Shaped Wolf. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Greg Giordano. So I dyed a piece of fabric for this. I didn't, because there's no background. So I wanted like, well, I was trying to get a frosted blue. This may show grey on here, I guess, but it is blue. Well, you can see the raggedy edge there. I did sew around the edge, but it frayed up to the bit that I didn't manage to get in. So yeah, so that's what I'm stitching him on. I'm so excited for that. I have the threads, the DMC threads for about the center blocks, a few center blocks or pages, I should say. There's a lot of thread in here, because that's my plan moving forward. When I start a full coverage, I will get the thread for the first page that I'm actually focusing on. If there's more than one skein of that floss number, I will get the extra skein, but otherwise I will just buy per page. And that's him. Isn't he gorgeous? So yeah, so I'm all ready for those three, completely ready, but I just don't know when yet. Because like I said, I want to focus on getting some of those other projects off my plate. Now, every year that I've been stitching, which has been a long time, I did start stitching in the 80s, actually, and then I just would stitch here and there and just one project till I discovered floss tube. Yes. Everybody's been there, fallen down that rabbit hole, yes. Okay, so I stitch one of these every year. the Prairie Schooler Santas. So there's that one. This is 2023. And this one, which is 2010. And this one, which is 2009. Yes. I don't know which one of these to stitch. So I thought, let me put you all to work. Yes. So tell me which one you would like me to stitch. Let's make it easy. The one with the hockey stick. So say hockey, skis, or this one is called Snowy Night. So I'll repeat that again. So there's hockey. I live in Canada, so yeah, maybe. Skis. It's very snowy out right now. And Snowy Night. Let me know which one you would like me to stitch. Can be any of those three. I do have more. Ideally, in an ideal world where days are longer than 24 hours, maybe 48, that I could get 2 of these done this year. The first year I did get 2 done, and then it was just 1. So my overall goal for this year is to do 200,000 stitches. I stitched about 136,000 last year, but over 50 days I did not stitch. So last year. So I'm hoping that I might be able to get to that, but who knows. I do have some travel plans this year. So in June, I am going to Hobby House Needleworks, meeting a bunch of people there, and we're going to stitch together and have some fun and totally look around the Hobby House Needleworks. I've been there before. I was at their old location just a couple of years ago. So I'm looking forward to going to this new one. I need to get some fabric for my grandson's quilt, so I'll probably be doing that as well. And then the other thing I'm going to be doing in September, I'm going to the Essex Needlework Retreat. I think it's called that. Not quite sure. So yeah, I'm going home for a couple of weeks. Actually, it might be 3 weeks altogether. My husband is going to join me either before or after the retreat, and we're going to go and tour around Kent. That's what I would like to do. I want to go to Canterbury, and I also hear that Hever Castle is amazing. So yeah, I have a little taste of home for a while. I get so homesick. So those are our current travel plans. There may be a cruise thrown into that mix at some point this year. I'm not sure. But yeah, at least I'm not traveling as much. These Santas are my travel stitch. I always stitch on those when I'm in the car or at the airport or wherever, in between things. So that's what I stitch on generally. Okay, so that's the video for today. Those are my 2025 plans. And I'm excited to get started. I've kind of started on them. This month has been just spending 3 days on each project. I did do the whip go, and I've finished my whip go, which I'll explain more next week. But yeah, so thank you for sitting with me. I hope you were stitching away and yeah, and having a good time with your stitching. I will see you next week on February the 1st, and hopefully I'll have a little bit to show you, and then we will be on a level playing field moving forward from February the 1st. So have a great stitchy day, as today is Sunday. Hopefully you've got plenty of time to sit and stitch. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.